Alright. Velma players, I come in peace. No, for real. I come in peace. Seriously. So, first and foremost, I want to say, I have nothing against anybody that picks Velma. In fact, I think you guys are very intelligent. I think you guys are intelligent because, one, well, if you really just enjoy Velma and you have fun playing her, and of course, if she's like your favorite character for whatever reason, even just favorite Scooby-Doo character, then of course, that's all you. Now, if you, from a competitive standpoint, if you play her simply because she's very strong, one of the best characters in the game, and of course you're trying to make that bread and get those W's, then I think you are brilliant and everybody else can learn from you. But this isn't really about that, right? This is to pretty much explain why she keeps getting nerfed and why I think she is still one of the strongest characters. Now, if you guys don't know, upon Velma's release, she was actually incredibly, oh my gosh, like if y'all were around to play her when she first came out, oh my god. So anyway, Velma has been a nightmare in my opinion to balance because of just everything she is able to do. And if you don't understand why she's so strong, well, you have to understand that she's a character that not only has tons of debuffs, but she can also buff her teammate while actually, keep in mind, being able to combo you efficiently for damage and kill you. Having pretty much no weakness aside from your weight being low does not constitute your character actually suffering that much. They're just easy to kill. And at some point, that wasn't even a weakness for her as well. And so having all of that CC, having the ability to zone people out without nearly risking yourself as much as you possibly should have to, there's no telling why she was so strong. Accompanied by having moves that will actually home in on you and track you, she was very unfun to play, and the player base echoed that. Not one player got her nerfed, it was a community effort. Yeah, let's continue. So, with this being said, you can see that every single time that a patch update has come out, Velma has gotten nerfed. In fact, it must be really disheartening to see your character get nerfed over and over. And of course, you would think that's unfair, but I would also say that's unfair that you're actually ignoring the issue with the character and how strong she was. To be honest, if your character's getting nerfed over and over and over, that's more so a problem with the character overall and even more evidence that the character is super duper broken. Let's look at EVO 2022 results for an example. How much Velma is in that? Let's be honest, you can even look at the graphic on the Multiversus Gaming Twitter. How much Velma is there? There's a reason for that. Why did the best Arya player decide to not even play Arya at EVO 2022 in favor of Velma for securing a victory path and of course cash? Now, that did lead him to second place, didn't win it, but with a character that he did not play as much as his main, he was still able to get top 2 at the most important Multiversus tournament to date and pretty much the Super Bowl of fighting games. Velma is insanely strong, and even with this patch right now, Velma still could use some things tweaked about her, but I think we're getting closer after, I want to say maybe 5 to 4 patches of nerfs. We're finally getting there, but that's because she's pretty difficult to balance. Given if you want her kit to work correctly and you want her to still be able to do the things she's supposed to do, then you obviously want her to be able to have those strengths that she originally had, but you have to tone them down a bit. Now, the thing about her is that, especially from a community aspect, most players absolutely hate fighting her. And it's not just because she's broken. The fact that she doesn't interact and that she's so campy is pretty much like, I don't know one person that actually enjoys fighting a zoner. And while she is a zoner, she does also have up-close options that make her a pain in the ass to fight. And if you're fighting someone that's just trying to run away from you the whole match, are you actually really having a good time, or are you actually fighting? She's the only character in the game that reminds me of an ultimate zoner. And those are pretty much commonly not popular or fun to fight against at all, but you catch my drift. And so it came to my ideology, right? My opinion. When I look at Velma and I look at her kit and I look at everything she can do, there had to be perks in comps nerfed around her existing. Literally, there were certain exploits that you could do with perks with Velma that just made her a problem, to the point where you couldn't just balance Velma anymore. You actually had to balance the game around her as well. And to me, that was the final straw in just the data that I needed to say that this character is an absolutely insane. And so on my stream, when I run into a Velma, no, I'm not having fun at all. If you haven't watched it, you should actually peep. Oh my god, this is the first match? Son, wait, what did I do? Oh my god, bruh. On my stream, when I run into a Velma, my only goal is to actually beat them as much as possible, and of course to exploit the fact that because she doesn't need to play neutral, especially like a lot of other characters, most of the time when you force them into that situation, they don't really have a full understanding of what the hell to do, aside from I have to really forcibly try to run away so I can set up again. And so yeah, and I think coming from me, I'm able to say this as someone who has literally mastered the matchup, continuously beat that character over and over. Even in all of her earlier iterations, I know the matchup. But just because I know the matchup doesn't mean that the character by design is still okay and doesn't need more fine-tuning to actually fall in line with the rest of the cast. Do I want Velma to be completely gutted to the point of no return? Absolutely not. There's going to be some people that think she is that, when in reality she really isn't. And I honestly believe that if we could all actually come at this from an angle where realizing the data supports that that character is nuts and the nerfs are warranted, then we could actually start getting towards the solution of making her a better character, not only in terms of fighting her, but in terms of just balance in general. Because there's a reason why Velma and Bugs Bunny were in a tier of their own. And to this day, who knows? Maybe they might still be. That's for us to find out in patch 1.02. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. Want to know your opinions. Velma players, what do you think could be done to make Velma, I want to say, a normal character? And what do you think could actually be buffed about her? Where if she has to continuously take these nerfs, what would you make better about her that wouldn't be overkill or make her yet again a crazy character? I'm serious. I really want to know your opinions. And of course, let me know what character you guys want me to cover next. This is NAKAT. Take it easy. Peace out. Deuces.